Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to review Monday, August 7th watch list. Today we looked out for SPY, QQQ, Apple, Tesla, PayPal calls, Meta calls, and Amazon. So we had a pretty good day overall, and I'm going to show you. So, let's get to the right screen here. So we'll start with SPY. So SPY calls over 449, puts under 446.75. So on the call side here, and this is what I mean. If you see, I put here, hey, watch out, be careful for the first plays in the first 15 minutes of the day. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. So you have your trigger level breached here, right? But it's first 15 minutes on a Monday nonetheless. And in case you guys are wondering, well, what's so special about Monday? So a lot of traders have the whole weekend to digest news and talk to their friends or whatever, and coworkers, associates, and on Monday morning they can finally act on that emotion, really, and that's why it's very and that happens obviously every day, I guess. After you can see that in the first 15 minutes, but especially on a Monday. So here we triggered, came up, you entered here, maybe you stopped out, and uh, another re-entry here. This one actually did work out for some gains. Maybe you made 20% or so. If you didn't take the profits, you ended up stopping out at break even, like I teach you to. And then you're entering again on here. You stay in the play as long as it stays over your trigger level. So you made good money on these SPY calls today. Sorry, my throat's a little sore, so ignore me if my voice is a little raspy. QQQ, you had a call trigger at 375. Why does it say 375.20? Or I'm sorry, 374.75 and 371.75. So here really, it's hard to count this as a win, even though it technically is, and it's hard to count this as a loss, even though it technically is. Again, remember, I tell you guys to be aware of where you're entering on this candle, because it just went green. You stopped out at a few percent worst case scenario here. Best case scenario here, you made 10 or 15%. So pretty much a draw on QQQ. Apple, this was our biggest winner of the day. You had calls over 180. I'll have to go back and look at this. Calls over 184.25, puts under 181.50 for Apple. And as you can see, we didn't get anywhere close to our calls, and our puts triggered almost immediately. And either you made money in the first half of the day on these Apple puts, or you didn't. But there was a lot of money to be made. I think 80% is what I was looking at. Tesla. This was a decent winner as well on the put side. We had Tesla calls over 257, puts under 249.50 for Tesla, and we triggered here. Enter here. I even called out the retest in the chat. I said keep an eye out for the retest, guys, and we retested that. We did not break the trigger level to exit, and you had another entry here on Tesla puts. I think they ran a little over 50%, at least the ones I had. So. PayPal calls. So this was one of the plays off the news, off the crypto news I threw out in the Discord today. If you're not a member, the Discord is in the comments of this video. There's a free section to our Discord where I sometimes will call out plays, but I'm really trying to get a chat and community going there as well. So go ahead and join. It's free to join. Now, we had PayPal calls over 64, so we triggered here, entry here, and again, we stayed over our 64 level. I was even talking to someone, one of our admins, and she said, "Oh, how do I know, when to cut?" I think she had entered maybe somewhere around here, or maybe even here, and I said, "Stay as long as we're over 64. You're good. The play's valid." And so we ended up she ended up making money on that one. Again, candle close, 5-minute candle close over here, entry here, and ride her up to gains. And if you're using a trail and stop, also, guys, I mean, that's the great thing about a trail and stop. So you can ride up these gains, whatever they may be, 30, 40%, whatever, and you're trailing, stopping out somewhere in this neighborhood. So, in a worst case scenario, obviously you could take the 40%, but so you made 20. Oh wow, cry about it. Meta calls over 1350, puts under, calls over 31350, puts under 310. This was a tight range, but actually called these out as well as an alert. So we triggered here. I called it out immediately in the Discord. And I think I might have called out the retest as well. But Meta calls paid good. It was only, as you can see, it was only maybe 30 minutes, not even 20 minutes of money making here, but there was some good money to be made on those calls, 30, 35%, I think it was. And then again, you had an opportunity. I did not call this one out in the Discord, but again, this is what our watch list is for. So our entry is here, or our trigger is here. Our entry is on the next candle, and we're making money on here. If you didn't get in, again, the retest here, we're holding this trigger level. Holding the trigger level, you can enter into those plays on the next green candle after it holds. So entry here, riding up to gains. I mean, this ran. Look how high this topped out on a 5-minute candle, and then again, same thing over here. Entry on the retest, and make that money, guys. Amazon. Calls over 141.50, puts under 139.50. So Amazon, you kind of toyed around here on the short side for a little bit. Nothing really materialized. I mean, technically, if you even entered here, you really shouldn't have. I mean, there was a little bit of money to be made, maybe stop out. But nothing really doing there. And then on the call side, yeah, I mean, you can make a little money here. You broke here. You're entering here. Maybe you get on the retest. Maybe you make 10, 15, 20%, whatever. Small win. Maybe some small losses down here. It's pretty much a draw on Amazon, I would say. It's not something I would write home about as a win by any means. And then this one was not alerted, but if you stay tuned on our next video, I am going to talk about what I see, whether it's bullish or bearish, in this junior uranium miners ETF, which is it's the smaller uranium miners. I'm going to go into that on my next video. That'll be out to the premium group first. They'll get the first shot at that. And I appreciate you guys watching now. Hope you guys are learning how to play this watch list. And, there's money to be made here. As you can see, we didn't take any big losses today on any of these. And then some of them, there were some huge wins. So, this is actually a pretty average day for us, and as you can see, there were some really good wins here, and not big losses. That's exactly what I want. I want decent wins and small losses. That's what I want. That's a good day. So hope you guys are learning something. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. It really helps a lot as I try and build this channel. Everything I do is pretty much technically based on charts. We may playoff news, but I mean, I'm looking at that chart every single time. If I don't like the chart, I'm not, I'm not going to play it. So if you like the content, I'll keep putting it out. But like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like, and I'll keep pumping this stuff out for you guys. Appreciate you watching.